trap. Put a cork in it. Oh god, wait, no, did I actually lie to you about this? Everyone wants a blooming photo. Screenshots here and there.
Just a few.
Sexy. Hello everyone.
Hello everyone.
Hi. First, point blank, apologise that I sound...
Point blank.
Okay, stop taking a mick at me. This is my YouTube channel. No sussing about. It's been a hot minute since we've filmed a Taboo Topic Tuesday. Can you say that?
Taboo Topic Tuesday.
I mean, you still kind of mullered it a little bit, but we'll go with it. So welcome back to Taboo Topic Tuesday. It's been so long since we filmed the last one.
You just said that.
I know, but I'm just reiterating.
She's like an old woman repeating herself.
And in that time, Mum has actually set up a YouTube channel in case you've been living under a rock and you didn't know that. So I will link her down below.
But in the meantime,
she's not paying me to say this, by the way. Like, that is out of my own choice. So today's topic is actually going to be one that doesn't really have a catchy title, does it? There's not like a one headline. But this all began because I was watching was it Lorraine?
No, it all began because I birthed you.
Yeah, but minor detail. Was it Lorraine or was it this morning?
Oh, it was on this morning.
Loose
yeah,
Women?
no, it was this morning.
No, I think it was Loose Women.
Well, they normally
I think it was Loose Women.
transfer onto Loose Women,
yeah.
But yeah, it was breakfast TV, kind of.
And it was discussing whether you should let your child, your daughter, your son, your anyone sleep in the same bed as their boyfriend, girlfriend,
partner,
anything. And this I thought would be quite an interesting topic for me and Mum to discuss, because we all know we have an open book relationship. Not that open, by the way, just put that out there. You know, don't want anyone getting any ideas what happens in the bedroom between...
Stays in the bedroom,
but not between us. You know what I mean.
I think the less said the better, Misha.
Exactly. So as per usual, I asked over on my Instagram what you guys wanted to ask us so we could discuss and share both sides of the argument. Not that anyone's having an argument, but you know what I mean. And we've got a friend. I feel like this topic does kind of also wave into sex a little bit, so we will be touching on sex. Oh, you were going to sexy. Okay, you sing that song whilst I find the question.
No, I just wanted to point out that in case you're wondering who's the mother and who's the daughter, the idiot with the bow is the mother.
The 57-year-old wearing a bow on her head.
Wearing a bow. And
a pug onesie.
A pug onesie, yeah. Well, can we just check her out, guys? I mean, I love this hair. She's
on second day hair like this.
She's looking hot today.
Thanks, Mum. Hot. Someone's got to tell you that.
That was Anya. Just in case you didn't hear, she said someone's got to tell her that.
Yeah, because point blank, I am the single Pringle, non-boyfriend child of the house. Love that for me. Okay, I feel like this is probably a good starting point. How to introduce a boy to your parents. Because I do understand not everyone is going to have such like an open relationship. You talk about like boys or girls with their family members. Like if a guy even texts me, Mum knows about it.
She forwards me his text.
I mean, that's a step too far. Maybe a few screenshots here and
Just a few.
But I am very much that person that like if there's anything going on with anyone, even if it's nothing, Mum knows about it. But I do understand that maybe when you're a little bit younger, you feel a little bit awkward breaching the subject of boys with a family member.
Approaching.
Same difference.
No, it isn't.
But as a mother, what would you say? How would you like me? Because I don't even feel like I don't feel like I told you. I feel like it was just always a thing.
Okay, yeah. I think the difficulty is that if you don't initially mention that you're starting to have conversations with this individual, and then suddenly one Sunday you sitting around the table eating your Sunday lunch, and there is the boy at the doorstep saying, "Hi."
I mean, I don't think you're necessarily inviting him round straight away. Maybe just don't drop the bomb.
Yeah,
I've got a boyfriend.
That's exactly it. So I think just dish it out very slowly. Like give them a little start. Oh, start with the appetizer. Yeah, that's the best one. Canapé. Yeah, let's have him whoever. Yeah, that's a really good idea. So start with a little bit of canapé and then progress into a starter. What could be a starter? Starter is probably a picture. Let's have a picture as a starter.
We all know that the moment you show the canapé, everyone wants a blooming photo. If you say that you're speaking to anyone, everyone's like, show me a photo. And then, okay, I don't know about guys, but girls, you will stalk their social media and so you can find the best photo of them.
Yes.
Because you don't want someone to see the not best photo.
Okay,
Am I right?
If the photo is a canapé, what is a starter?
I don't know. Anyway, let's just move on from that.
I like this 4-course meal. I'm sorry, you got me off
What's
my
the
set
dessert?
now. Well, dessert I think is the final point that we're gonna discuss.
Okay, that kind of makes sense, but it's a bit creepy at the same time. So, I think...
How did we get here?
I don't even know. You chat such rubbish. I deeply apologise. But if I wasn't necessarily so open with mum, I feel like the way I would approach it is just to like not even make it like a big deal, because I do understand that people talk to people and like they'll have little things with people, but they won't necessarily end up staying round or being the family. And I feel like as you get older you realise that not every guy you text you're gonna end up being their boyfriend and girlfriend or girlfriend and boyfriend situation. I feel like adult Misha now understands that some things just aren't like that, and some things are just a little thing, and that's totally okay. But that's going off topic.
And can I just add as well, in my days it was very different. So
oh my god, so we need to do like dating differences. It's
between
crazy.
the generations, most definitely. But it was very different because you saw a boy and then you were immediately boyfriend and girlfriend, and no one asked, like my boy never asked me. Now it's like
you see each other for like 6 months.
I know, it's like a prelude to a relationship. It's almost like asking someone to marry them.
So true.
So you've got that run up, haven't you? It's been like a jog, and then suddenly becomes a marathon.
I think when you're a bit younger, you are kind of like, when you're in secondary school, I feel like you do see people, but it is a lot quicker. Like if I think back to my, like, I've had like previous boyfriends, but like my first proper like kind of adult relationship, I think I'm not an adult and I'm 57. I mean, I'm still not an adult, and I'm turning 20 in 10 days, but anyway.
That was a little hint. Wish her happy birthday, comment down below.
Not yet, that's too soon. Anyway, so I think I started seeing them, or like I met them, but I already knew who they were in like, oh my god, I think I actually know the dates, which is kind of funny. I think it was like June 20 something, because I remember it was 2 days after my prom, which was June 24th.
Yeah.
So it was probably June 26th. It's funny what stays with you. And then I was officially boyfriend and girlfriend with them by mid-August.
Oh, that was quite a fast one.
That's quite quick if you compare it to how it would work.
Yeah.
In like the adult world.
And I would say at the point that it becomes official in whatever capacity, it's at that point that you wheel them in.
Well, yeah, but I feel like you also need to introduce them before then.
Which is why we had the canapes and the appetizer. Come on, girl, keep up.
I feel like if you can see yourself having enough of a thing that they would actually ever meet the family, then do just, you know, mention it. And it doesn't need to be like a big whole like, let me sit you down, mum, I'm gonna have to let you know.
We went to the circus.
Oh my god, yeah, was that the first time that you met him?
No, it wasn't, but it was definitely still part of an appetizer, because then we progressed and went to an Indian, and that was definitely a main course by that time.
What was the dessert? The breakup?
No. No, the dessert was the night that I permitted, you know.
Anyway, well, we'll move on to that. Do you think that a relationship of the age of 16 should...
At the age of 16.
At the age of 16 should be able... So, like, if I had a boyfriend and I was 16 years old, do you think I should be allowed to have that boy in my bed? Should we first talk about what actually happened and then talk about the different options?
Go on.
Yeah? I mean, so for me, it was never like a big deal having them stay over. This was around, I think they first stayed over like September time. I honestly don't know. By this point, like, I think the thing is...
She was 16 and a half.
Yeah, and parents... I think you think that your parents don't realise things that they do realise. If I think back to when I used to go to parties and when I used to go for like different occasions, I don't think I lied to you, but I probably didn't highlight the fact to you that even before we were like in a relationship, when we were just seeing each other, we were at these parties and we were sleeping next to each other in the same room.
No,
but it's like a bit... I think you did.
Yeah.
And it's like a big group room where everyone's sleeping, because I don't know about you, but that was what they did at our parties. Sounds really, really dodgy.
There was no...
No. That probably happened downstairs in the toilets, but Misha did not go near there. So I feel like as a younger person, you think your parents don't realise what's going on, but they're probably very aware that you've gone to a party. Maybe you slept in the same bed as them.
Can I just point out, we did the same.
Yeah, this is the thing.
We were young as well, you know. We may not remember, but we definitely
It might be a blur, but it definitely happened.
It's a huge blur.
So then, oh god, wait, no, did I actually lie to you about this? I don't know if I did. So
she lied about brushing her teeth. I hope she didn't lie about something.
That was when I was like 5. So I don't know if I actually told you this. I'm assuming I did. And me and my best friend had like a double date and we stayed at his. I swear I would have told you that I stayed in the same bed as him.
I can't remember, probably. But
this was like reasonably early on, but I just don't think I ever mentally thought of it as being a big deal, which I think is probably a good thing and a bad thing.
But nothing happened.
No, nothing happened. And then after like me maybe staying at his a few times, then he would come round during the day, and then finally it was just kind of like, I think it was actually after the circus that he stayed for the first time, but it wasn't like a big deal. It wasn't like I needed to request Mum's permission. Of course I didn't just invite him into my bed and be like, Mum, deal with it. But I feel like it was probably more you being like, oh, would they like to stay?
Yeah.
But the spare room was never even discussed.
No.
It was just never a thing. I think because you probably knew I was okay with it and ready
for a while. Absolutely.
to sleep in the same bed as him.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know, it was just never like a big deal.
And unspoken language to some degree, but very spoken in other things.
But I do know lots of friends that didn't have the same situation, and their parents preferred their boyfriend or their girlfriend to sleep in a different room to them, in a spare room, which I totally understand.
So just collecting my vote.
So what are your thoughts? Why did you do what you did, basically?
Why did I do it? Because I've learned from my own mistakes. So my parents were very strict. Nothing was ever discussed. It would have been unheard of to bring a boy. So I brought a boy when they were not there, you know, and I got myself in all sorts of trouble. So I wasn't prepared to go through that again. And, you know, it's 21st century. There is a legal age of 16, which I wanted both of my girls
just to say, just because you get in bed with a boy, sorry, but just because you get in a bed with a boy does not mean you're going to have sex with them. Like, that's totally that's totally not the thing.
No, well, it totally can be the thing.
It can be, but it's not necessarily just because you get in bed with someone doesn't mean they have a godforsaken right to have sex with you.
No, absolutely not. Just saying. Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
Sorry,
yeah,
continue.
So obviously, as you know from the previous videos, I'm very laid back because, yeah, I might be 57, but I do remember what I did, and I did it behind the closed doors, and I wasn't prepared to allow my girls to even contemplate the thought of pretending or lying. You know, girls and boys nowadays grow up so quickly, and as long as they are safe, I begin with a capital S.
If we're under your roof, at least you know what's going on.
Exactly.
So I do get it.
Yeah, absolutely. But equally, I completely and utterly respect parents who very much introduce this and carry on till a couple is actually married, because I know
not sleeping in the same bed.
Absolutely. So they will come, they'll stay, but they'll sleep in a separate bedroom for whatever reasons, religious reasons, beliefs, whatever they are. If that is how the family functions best, then that is the way the children should respond to the parent. And
it's whether your child respects you enough to listen to your wishes.
Absolutely.
Because if I was a parent and I set out those ground rules and my child did obey, then that kind of proves your relationship. But you also wouldn't want to be that parent that doesn't allow it, and then when you close your door, the children go sneaking. Yeah, which is obviously what Mum ended up doing.
Which is why I've probably gone completely polar opposite. Also, I knew that, you know, it was first love and they were together for quite a while, and
it wasn't as if I was bringing home a new person every single week, which fair play if you want to do that, but maybe don't do that in your family home, because I'm not sure your family would necessarily appreciate that.
But again, you know, we've got to appreciate the fact that we're not all the same.
No, we aren't.
And give respect to elders. You know, Misha? Respect. Not really. You earn your respect. It's got nothing to do with age.
I completely agree, though, that actually respect has nothing to do with age.
Yeah.
And if your parents treat you and you respect them, then then you're going to listen to what they say, and also you would then be open to have the conversation, because how do you, as a child, turn around to your parent and say, I'd like a boy to stay over?
Well,
I can understand that you'd be a bit nervous about having that conversation.
I would have never had that conversation. My father, well, I'm not even going to go there. I think it all depends on the family. There is no golden rule, is it? You know your parents, and if you know that it's a categorical no,
maybe suggest that they stay in the spare room rather than straight away, and then your parent could be like, oh no, don't worry, they can.
Well, maybe the first time they'll stay in a spare room, and then you can sneak in the middle of the night.
No, mother, you're not permitting that.
No, joking, of course not. And then you just advance each time. But at the end of the day,
where's mum advancing to?
But at the end of the day, if that's not what your parent, because there are parents out there that I've got the greatest respect for, and they've got the greatest relationships with their daughters or with their sons, but it's just not in their makeup. It's just not in their nature.
Because they feel uncomfortable thinking about it, or seeing
or hearing it,
and they don't want it under their roof. I completely understand.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think just sometimes if you feel that it's not the right thing to do, you just can't do it.
And then you just need to have a conversation with your child and explain why you don't feel comfortable it happening. And that's fine. As long as everyone understands how each other's feeling, I think it's a lot better.
It shouldn't be a taboo topic.
No,
definitely
shouldn't
not.
Be. Hence why we're discussing it in taboo topic.
Tuesday.
Do you think there is an age, like, would you say that 14 is too young to share a bed?
I think at the end of the day, you've got to follow the rules. So if the government out there says the legal age is 16, then I'm going to respect that.
My thing, I don't think, obviously I was 16 at the time.
But I knew you. I knew you.
I thought that was just, it wasn't to do with my age. We never thought, she's 16, so now she can stay in the bed with him. I think it's down to the person, and it's down to the growth of that person and the growth in the relationship.
And also, no peer pressure. Just because your girlfriend does it, doesn't mean that you have to do it.
Totally true. And also, if you want your boyfriend or your girlfriend or anyone to come round and you don't want to sleep in the same bed as them, don't feel under pressure.
Absolutely, to do that.
Even if your parents say it's okay, you can still be like, I would personally prefer that you slept in the spare room, because it's A, your bed, so you have a right of it. B, it's your body if anything was to happen. And C, if you're not comfortable, then point blank you're not comfortable, and that person likes you enough, they are going to wait until you are comfortable to spoon.
Absolutely. Can I just point out one thing, that at no stage, if Misha had friends and me and Papa Grimes were away, I would not have been comfortable about allowing her friends to bring boys, because I said if anything happens, it'll be my fault.
And their parents don't know.
Absolutely. So as I said before, I was happy to maybe go to Tesco's and buy her a bottle, small, very tiny bottle of vodka, but I wouldn't have done it for one of her friends, because not on my conscience.
It works the exact same way with alcohol, with sex, with everything in between.
I've got a question. So what happens when you're in a position where actually the boys' parents are more liberated, and when you go round there, you are allowed to stay, but when he comes round to you, he's not allowed to stay,
or he's in the spare room,
or he's in a spare room?
I feel like most children are pretty lying to their parent and saying that they're staying in the spare room in the boyfriend's house.
I think sometimes there is a bit of a grey area, and it can be difficult, because what happens is when your boyfriend's parents allow you to share the bed but your parents don't, and I think that happens quite often.
Yeah, and it's almost like, do you just say to your parent, like, I understand that you don't want me in our house to share a bed, but I feel like I'm at a comfortable level in which when I'm in their home, if it's okay with you, I would like to stay in a bed with them, because I think it's better to
in bed with them.
Yeah, as in the boyfriend or the girlfriend, not the parents. You're not getting in bed with the parents. I mean, whoever floats your boat, but that's a bit bizarre, I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly.
But I think the thing is,
because you know, it's so easy. One parent just can pick up the phone to the other parent and ask
I feel like
the question.
Kids lie thinking they're gonna get away with it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get away with it.
So I think it's best just to be honest.
Yeah,
it
definitely.
Really is.
And I feel like if you have the conversation, at least you know where you stand. Like, you've got nothing to lose. I feel like everyone's really embarrassed and scared of what the response is going to be. But at the end of the day, it's better to share something and know where you both stand in a situation, rather than you be lying and then your parent finding out and then you getting in more trouble.
Yeah, it's just not worth it.
What do you do if your parents hear you having sex?
Put some earplugs in.
Well, what are you going to tell your
parents? Your parents.
Can I just say,
that's just one step too far. So I accepted it. I knew it was happening, but my goodness, I didn't want to hear it. So I think you
you never did.
No, and I never did. So I think out of respect, yeah,
put a cork in it.
Put a cork.
Not literally. Not literally. But no, if you're a loud partner,
yeah,
then don't do it when your parents are in the house so they can hear you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Learn to be silent, basically, because I wouldn't want to hear that.
Okay.
Are you and dad? So I dread to think what it'd be like of blimmin' your child. Imagine, no, but at the end of the day, do imagine your parent has spent however many years bringing you into this world, bringing you up, trying to take care of you, and at the end of the day,
Papa Grams would have been really happy if it took years. Unfortunately, you were the first time.
No, but I mean, is it bringing you up takes years, not about how long it takes you to blimmin' conceive. But at the end of the day, your parents aren't probably just trying to be an arse. They're not trying to stop you from being with this boy. They're not trying to be a pain. They are just looking after you because they have put so much love and care into you that they are just worried that you're going to end up getting hurt. So I do understand why parents are a little bit more touchy about things like boys and girlfriends and staying over and everything like that. But
there is another little scenario that I'd like to speak to you about. So Mama Grimes didn't tell her mama. My parents were divorced. She was going to bring the boy home because her mum used to work nights.
Oh, so
she wasn't feeling very well.
Oh my god, so you got caught out. Oh my god, that's so funny.
I hid him in the wardrobe.
Did you get away with it?
Yes. Oh my goodness.
See, I've never done anything like that because there was never any need
I mean, it's funny.
It would have made funny stories, but at the time, I bet it was not funny. You were pretty pooing your pants.
No, I was.
How did they escape?
It was horrific.
Did they jump out the window?
No, I lived on a 5th floor. No.
It's like High School Musical.
Oh my goodness me, no. My mum went to the bathroom and I sneaked him out and sent him down in the and sent him down in a lift. But yeah, but that's silly, isn't it? It's just so embarrassing. But also, on the other side, it was the same. I remember you once walked in when me and Papa Grams were having a shower on holidays. So, you know, it happens. It doesn't matter what age you are.
There's one time I do remember, I've never walked in on my parents having it. I'd probably vomit and be mentally scarred forever if that did happen. But I do remember once, obviously at the time I didn't realise, but I remember going to their bedroom once and literally an ironing board falling on the door as I'm opening it. Or you like screaming through the door like, oh sorry, the ironing board fell. You don't even have an ironing board in your bedroom. What are you on about?
Can I just tell you, she was one of those kids that kept on coming up and saying, what you doing? Why are you shutting the door? This was on holidays. Oh my goodness, you were a nightmare. That's why we put you in the same bed as Anya, because it was the only way that we could keep you away.
Oh, you just wanted to be out all the time. Not my fault. I'm an interested child, not in that way interested, but I was an explorer. Again, sounds wrong. Anyway, so I hope we've kind of covered the topics and shown you guys both sides. Obviously, this is how it worked or has worked for us, but I completely understand that's not everyone's way of doing things, and that's the good thing about life. You know, you can do it how you fancy.
So how are you going to do it when you're going to be a mama?
I think I'll be the exact same as you, I'm not gonna lie.
And what if your partner isn't exactly the same way as you?
This is my thing though, I think I could be with someone who has very different interests but not different morals, and I think you have to be on the same moral compass.
She has no morals.
I mean, that's a lie. But I do think things like sharing a bed with a boy, it is to do with the morals. Like if I had a child and my husband or my boyfriend or whoever they are wanted to send them to boarding school, I don't think I could be with that sort of person, because personally I wouldn't want to send my child to boarding school, and I think it's the exact same thing. It's the kind of conversations you need to have before you give birth to said child. But then again, when you're thinking of having an offspring and like a 0-year-old, are you really thinking about, so in 16 years time, when this person is fully developed, are we going to let them sleep in the same bed as significant partners?
No, you don't.
I don't think you do think of that, do you?
And then you sneeze, and here they are.
Nearly 20. And definitely there was no boys in my bed, and there hasn't been any boys in my bed for a very, very long time. And me and Mr. Carrot are very happy together. Carrot is the unicorn.
Carrots are not pink or lilac.
Yeah, I know, but it's a cute name for a unicorn. Anyway, so we're going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this taboo topic. Apologies again that I sound so yucky. I feel it too, so don't worry. But I hope you're having a fabulous half term.
Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe to Mama Grimes.
I mean, I was going to go there.
After 50.
I was going to introduce that.
And this little star appears on it with me.
Well, only on special occasions, you know, when I decide to share my time between charity. I'm joking. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to wrap up this video. We are going to go and put some vegan pizza on in the oven. But Mum's eating 3 scones today, so I'm not quite sure where she's going to fit it. But anyway, we've been at a baby shower, actually.
Talking about half term, so when are you posting this week?
So there'll be another video coming up on Thursday this week. Hopefully it'll be a story time, so stay tuned for that.
It'll be a very interesting story time.
I haven't decided what my topic's going to be yet. But anyway, this is dying. We need to go. Love you guys lots. Give this video a like, subscribe, follow Mum, subscribe to Mum, follow us on Instagram. Love you guys lots. Bye bye.